Cassie and I will be leading our call. And actually, we are leading the New Coach University training tomorrow. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that New Coach University that's kind of going on in Ignite right now. It's kind of a different way to have new coach getting started right training. It's a different strategy, I guess, that Cassie and I have used in the past. And it seems like a very simplistic way to onboard a new coach and have them go through training. So this is week 6 that we have tomorrow. And we kind of just wanted to go over the topics with you guys today because I missed 1 week. So I listened to week 1, 2, 3, and 5. And I'm learning things. So, I'm hearing different tactics or ways, other leaders on our team that have loved these calls have been doing things, and just things that I may have, put in the back of my mind that I'm like, oh yeah, like I need to be implementing that, or I need to be sharing that with my team because it might be something that I think is kind of obvious or captain obvious, and it's not something that everyone really understands. So we'll be sharing a couple different topics with you guys today. Just one announcement that I have before, if anyone else has anything to chime in on. But after the New Coach University, we have the 500 New Coach PV group. I may have just butchered that name. What is that called?
It's essentially getting new coaches to 500 PV, but it's for anybody though. Like anybody can be part of it.
Yes, 500 PV Coach Challenge. So anyone could be a part of it. That's what actually started today. So it was kind of all an impromptu. The New Coach University was going very well for the people that were implementing it from week 1. And we started this 500 PV coach training group that started today. So if you are not a part of it and you would want to be a part of it, we just started today. It will be 10 days there'll be one training per day between 5 and 10 minutes. So we're keeping it very, very short because this type of training is very much action oriented over overwhelming you with training. So it'll be different tactics of how to reach 500 PV. Christy went over today, what is 500 PV? What is personal volume? What is team volume? How do I get there? Why is it important? Because I feel, and I'm guilty of this, that I lose track of what volume means in our business because we're so captivated on Success Club and getting people started and challenge packs and products that the volume is a big factor to grow our income. So it's kind of, again, I know I brought this to my team because it's another training that we're like, oh my gosh, we're kind of, overwhelmed with training, but it's just a different way to, think about training. It's a different way to picture, training within our business and ways to build our business. So that's my spiel with that. It started today, again, Monday through Friday trainings. We'll also be doing some products training too every day. We'll be sliding in a different products like the 3-day refresh and the Shakeology boosts and things like that. So this is the first month we're doing that. So I hope this will kind of be an ongoing thing, but just a heads up with you guys. And if anyone else has any other announcements, I'm going to pass it off to Cassie.
Awesome. Yeah. And to piggyback off what Jenna said, the Coach University is basically a brand new way of doing this. So if you went through a different Coach Basics, I think we all probably did. It's all fine. It's all pretty much the same info, just different ways of doing it. So like Jenna said, this one's 6 weeks with like a 30 to 40 minute training each week with stuff to implement. So we're just helping out and leaders on that. So like she said, we learned some things that I feel like we should have known but didn't, which is crazy. And so we're thinking, oh my gosh, like you guys probably don't know this and we don't know this. So we wanted to jump on and share those items. And no pressure to do the 500 PV challenge thing. I honestly wasn't going to do it. And then I think Sunday I was like, okay, I can wrap my head around it. 10 days, like I can do it. So even if you wanted to do it, you got in there and you're like, probably don't have time. That's okay. But we just wanted to at least share that with you guys that it's going on. Okay, so I'm going to share first about something that's like completely obvious that most of us know if you've been a coach for a while. If not, that's completely fine, because I found myself today messaging Jenna and going, huh? What? Why don't I know this as a coach who's been here for 3 years? So Success Club. Success Club, you guys, as you know, is a basic measure in our business for how many people we're helping, hitting income goals, hitting volume goals, all those things. It's a great measure of our progress and our success in our business. So the thing that I guess I wasn't really familiar about was, what did you say, Jen? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so I know like since I become a new coach, like the points have changed a little bit, but there was some things that I didn't realize. So how we earn points, 2 points for a challenge pack, or when a customer purchases any home direct product that has 90 or more PV. So that could be Shakeology, right? Or a challenge pack. So that's like your HD with your 90 PV with your Shakeology, and then there's more PV because of the program or Beachbody On Demand that they have gotten as a package. So 2 points for a challenge pack or anything over 90 PV that's home direct. Okay. So I hope that all makes sense. We knew that already basically, but I just wanted to cover that again in case you're a new coach. The thing that I was not aware of was the 1 point when a customer purchases multiple home direct products. So when combined, it total a minimum of 90 PV. So like in my mind, that I think that would mean like a 3-day refresh on home direct. So you're getting it every month, and then like Recover, like a performance line product on HD, or like the performance line on HD, as long as it's over 90 PV. If you guys are not familiar what PV means, it's basically the point value that's given to each product. So if you think about retail, if something costs in a store $100, right? But the cost, if you buy it at cost from like the manufacturer or whoever gets it to you, is $50. That's what our PV is. So like Shakeology, for example, is $129.95 retail, but it's worth $90 at wholesale, which is the equivalent of our PV. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you think about that, when I'm explaining that, that's what PV comes from. And that's why you can combine different HD orders as long as it's 90 PV. So the other thing with Success Club points would be new coaches. So a new coach who signs up, a personally sponsored new coach that signs up with a home direct order that's either Shakeology or the challenge pack, or like we just discussed, an equivalent amount of the minimum 90 PV or more with home direct orders. Sorry, my dog's snoring. That would count for 2 points. So 2 points for personally sponsored coaches signing up with challenge pack, 90 PV order that's HD, so Shakeology or whatever they order. And then 1 point, I'm reading this again. Yeah, then 1 point again if they sign up with multiple things that combine to 90 PV. And I'll write this all out, you guys, because I feel like it needs to be said and I didn't know it. So I kind of wonder sometimes how people actually hit 5, Success Club. Like, how do they actually get 5 points? Usually it's like 4 or 6 or more than that, like even numbers. So we answered that questions. And then the last thing just to keep in mind with Success Club, coaches cannot earn more than 2 points from a single person. So even if like your best friend is not a coach, she signs up with the All Access Challenge Pack this month, and then next month she wants Shakeology, you're only going to get the 2 points from that first month she signed up. So you'll still get commission and all that great stuff, but Success Club is only that one time. Okay, what else was Success Club? Oh, leads. I just wanted to touch on that because I'm not sure if everybody understands how we get leads. Customer leads are amazing, and you do have to be an Emerald rank for this. You have to have 2 coaches underneath you, left and right leg, or more for this, and you have to be hitting either Success Club 5 or 10. So if you're hitting Success Club 5 and you're ranked Emerald, you're up to date on your coach business fee every month, and you're also a member of Beachbody On Demand. So it's those things combined. then you may get customer leads. Success Club 5 or more, you get customer leads. So that basically means anybody that signs up on the website, calls in from the infomercial. That could be literally just getting a Beachbody membership. That doesn't mean they're purchasing anything necessarily, but maybe they are. Maybe they get a thing of Energize, or they get the free trial to Beachbody On Demand, or the quarterly Beachbody On Demand. That is a customer lead. That will be given to you for free for just hitting Success Club 5, being an Emerald rank, having your Beachbody On Demand membership, like we probably all should. If you don't, like, that's pretty rare, and being up to date on your business fee. You're getting free customers. That's Beachbody's giving you those people. If you're hitting Success Club 10, then you're getting Success Club leads, which is even cooler because those are people who have purchased Shakeology, a challenge pack, Ultimate Reset, anything on HD. Those are people who you're going to get the commission for that, which is crazy cool. And there are people who usually are more serious and want to be part of your challenge group and maybe even become a coach. So if you're noticing random people under your customers list that you did not sign up, that's where they're coming from. They are your leads people. So I can write all that out too. And just a short note on that, if you hit Success Club 5 this month, your leads will show up in January from December. So it's always a month after. And I love those free people. I have challengers and coaches who are leads. So that's pretty cool. I think that's it for Success Club. That's a lot of info. Do you guys have any questions about any of that? Okay.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to know about how many referrals or leads do you actually get? And then what rank are you to get as far as how many leads you get?
That is a great question. I should actually research that and look. I say for me, I'm a 2-star diamond currently, 3-star lifetime, and I probably get 5 to 10 a month in my personal business. My husband's business is between Emerald and Diamond. I mean, he's a Diamond right now, but I would say 5 a month. And that's not all people who have purchased things. It might just be someone that signs up for Beachbody, like teambeachbody.com, just for the free membership. So yeah. Yep. But I think as an Emerald, I want to say, Jenna, what do you?
I feel like I've heard it's a lottery system, but I feel either the longer you've been in the business, or I don't know if there's rank involved or not, but I've been told it's a lottery system. I'm currently a Diamond lifetime 1-star, and I get probably max of 5. Let it be a free membership, a customer that did purchase something, or a Success Club lead. Maybe at only 1 Success Club lead a month if I reach 10. And then Jameson is an Emerald. He's never reached Diamond. And when he gets Success Club, he gets between 3 and 5 a month also. So he always gets someone, and I always send them an email and add them to my email list. So.
Yep. Great question. It's definitely worth it. I'll say that. Even if you don't hear back, like I keep them on the list, my email list, and continue to send them things. And after a while, they usually sign up. So, all right, Jenna, do you want me to keep going with my topics, or do you want to go back and forth? I really don't care.
Go ahead. I could finish up.
The other thing that I wanted to share about is the leadership ladder. I think this is something that some people know about, some people don't, but it's a really cool measure that Beachbody came up with, I think, a few years ago, but it really helps us pinpoint all the different areas in our business, not just Success Club, not just volume, not just rank, not just income, but like all those things, and positioning us to be a solid rank. And so like right now as a 2-star, and I apologize, I had my husband's account pulled up and I totally took it down. That's okay. But I'm going to share screen here so you can see. That's really big. You guys see that okay?
It's a white screen. We saw it right when you shared your screen, and then it went white, at least for me.
Okay.
See it now.
Okay, perfect. Yep. So this is our leadership ladder. And like I said, it really basically goes by all different categories. And each one of these is your ladder and your rank. So you can't be like two of these things and move on. Like you have to really be focused on creating a solid rank and a solid status before you can move up on this system. And it's a really cool thing to look, and you can kind of pinpoint where are places that you're strong right now as a coach and in your business, and where are there places that you need to put more attention and focus on to help you get to that next level. As a brand new coach, like you should be getting that business starter. And that commissions part here, people don't always understand what BP. It's bonus points, and it's basically just a universal system from the UK, Canada, US, all that to know like where we are. So we're all getting even amount of commission. So there isn't one country that's getting a better value, I guess, than another. So that's what that means. And so I had my husband's pulled up, and I apologize, I closed it and forgot to reopen. But like right now, he's a diamond, but he hasn't been hitting Success Club 5, but his commission is almost a team leader. He's diamond rank. He has one person hitting Success Club. I don't remember what his team volume was, but like he's between these two. So I can look at his business and say, he needs to be hitting Success Club 5 to get here, right? He needs to have another coach that's hitting Success Club, and team volume. I need to really focus on spreading where I put coaches evenly as I'm building his business. And so I can get to that team leader rank. So essentially all it is making sure you have a solid business as you grow. That way you're not like a shaky diamond or a shaky 1-star or whatever as you go. I'm trying to think. Do you guys have any questions around that? It's pretty straightforward. I really recommend, I have a copy printed and stuck to my wall just so I can keep an eye on that. Okay, cool. And then there's the last thing I wanted to talk about is being a leader. I think a lot of times we forget that when we decide and commit to be a coach, that we're immediately a leader. Because even though you might not have a team of coaches working with you or 50 clients or whatever, even if you are just starting out running your first free group or helping your first neighbor or whatever it is, you're leading them. And that's a huge honor, you guys. And you got to step up to the plate and be a CEO of your business. And I just want you to think about, what if Carl Daikeler, our CEO, showed up when he felt like it, slept in maybe 3 days a week, right? He didn't do his workouts, and I don't know, he just showed up whenever he felt like it and made excuses. Would he be running a multi-million-dollar company? Heck no. And what if his employees that work at corporate were doing the same thing? He'd fire them. Hey, Scout, quit snoring. Oh my gosh, you guys, she's like in the pillows. Sorry. Yo. Sorry, she's obnoxious. Totally distracted. But he would totally fire those people that work in his company, because that's not going to earn, or it's not going to run a successful company. It's just not. And so I want you to think about it. Maybe that's tough love, but if you really, really want to change things from how they are right now in your business and in your life, you can't keep doing what you've been doing. And I know that was a huge thing for me with my mindset and what I was capable of in my first year of my business, because I really did show up when I felt like it. And I had some extremely tough months that I had to fight through. And one of those, I didn't even hit Success Club because I just stopped showing up, because I didn't believe in myself. I had fear and all these things. And so my point is that you really just need to show up consistently every day and act like a CEO. Be a leader. You don't have to have a big downline. You don't have to be at superstar level to be a leader in this business. But when you show up on social media like a freaking boss, and you show up in those challenge groups like you know what you're doing, you do, you guys. You know your business. You know where you are in your journey, and people are going to respond and react to that. And that's what's going to attract them to you. And I can say, even though I floundered, whatever, in my first year of business, like, I showed up as a boss because I believed in what we do. I believe in my ability to help people, even though I have to ask questions, even though I might have to run to my coach going, okay, I said this, but I have no idea how to do that. Okay, that's okay. But I showed up like I knew what I was doing, because you are the professional. You are the one that knows what you're doing, right? And the people coming to you for help, they're clueless most of the time. And so they're there to get your help, okay? So the last thing I wanted to share was just a little bit about fear. I remember at Coach Summit last summer, Brendan Burchard spoke, who's amazing. And he was talking about the idea of fear and kind of how we hide and we get afraid of being rejected and that whole idea. And so he asked, and I'm going to ask you guys actually, how many of us have been rejected by someone before? I surely have, right? Okay, how many of you have been rejected by like 3 people? And it doesn't have to be like huge rejection, but just rejected, right? 5 people. 10 people. I'm a coach. I get told no all day, every day, right? Okay. Yeah. 7 people, 15 people, 20 people, whatever, right? Probably on average, we've been rejected 10 times. I know boys always rejected me. Like, that's where I went, was relationships, right? Or like jobs, getting turned down for jobs or whatever it is. Now, how many people have you met that are cool with you? Do you know like 10 people that are cool with you, that don't mind what you're doing? Like, just let you go about your business every day? I know I have 10 people in my life that are like, whatever, do you, boo, right? How about 20 people? 50 people? 100 people? Most of your Facebook, which is like for me, 3,000 people, right? Okay, so why are we so obsessed with those 10 people that rejected us when there's literally thousands of people out there that are totally cool with what you're doing, right? And don't want to bother you about it? Because really, if you think about it, those 10 people, those are the weirdos. Those are the people who are, have the issue, not you, not those 1,000 other people who have your back. So quit worrying about those 10 jerks, you guys that rejected you, and think about how 1,000 people out there, when something goes wrong or something doesn't go your way, or it's one of those people get nasty with you on social media or whatever, 1,000 people are behind you to storm those people. So I don't know, just something that really resonated with me, that connected with me. And I'm like, that's right. There's thousands of people that need my help, and those 10 people are not going to stop me. So, all right, that's my spiel. Ms. Jenna, unless you guys have questions.
No, that is awesome. I feel I have a great topic to piggyback on what Cassie was just finishing up on with being a leader. I want to talk to you guys about onboarding, because it's always about inviting and, getting people started, and then what, right? So onboarding truly is, you getting your new coaches started off on the right foot. And that is the most rewarding thing, to know that you are giving them all the tools and resources that they need to potentially build a successful team themselves and see success. So it's truly, truly incredible to feel confident in what you provide to your coaches. So with that being said, we don't want anyone to reinvent the wheel, right? When, we got you started, we sent you something, or when we got started, we were sent our training. So, that new getting started right training, or that, whatever you were sent as a brand new coach, use that when you get started. Because not reinventing the wheel and providing them with that same training that you were given, like that's where it's at, right? Like, you giving them what you had and you're taking it as far as you are. So what's the, why can't they? So we just want to, or I want to go over a couple tools that I give my new coaches when I got started, because I do understand not all of you guys are brand new coaches, but if you're a brand new coach and someone wants to get started on your team right away, it could be a little scary, right? So again, there's so many different ways to send training. There's so many different types of training, as we were talking about at the beginning of the call. There's a lot of different ways to do things. So to be mindful, and not just throw all of this different types of, things out, be mindful, talk to your coach, talk to your, mentor, with what you got started. If you feel comfortable with sending that, I know Cassie and I are okay if you use our Getting Started Right process. But it's important to keep it simple, because think if, you got sent something that was so overwhelming, it's a potential possibility that you could have been like, this isn't for me, without even giving it, that first or second chance. So it's important to first remember that every coach comes into this business with a different frame of mind. We have different goals. We have different expectations. So it's not really what you want someone to do. It's, what they want for themselves. So by you having that set framework, knowing that it works, giving them those tools and resource, regardless if they take it, run with it, or don't do anything, that is not a direct reflection on your leadership or your coaching. Okay. I need to be writing this down because I'm totally just freehanding this, but it's so true. It is not a direct reflection on you as a coach. And I really, really loved how Cassie said, you're a leader from day one. You're a professional. You're a master in something from day one. So our, top 3 goals or top 4 goals as someone's mentor is, with getting them started right. I'm going to share with you 4 different things that I send my new coaches. First is a welcome email. And that is a welcome email, but it's also an about you email. I do ask a couple more personal questions about them, just to get to know them better, get to know what their goals are, what type of coach they want to be. And I usually say, I know we may have talked about this before, but I want it, in writing. I do store all of these emails. So I send that about you in that welcome email, and I would be happy to add all of these files in our team page. So I send that email first. And one thing with this new Coach University incorporating, that would be my training email that I would send next. So I typically send that about you welcome email. I wait to get that back. Again, that is just my feeling good is not overwhelming. My new coach enrollment, I want to send one email, get that back, and then send the training. That's the way I do it. I've done it both ways by sending the training within that first email. So that is, again, it's kind of not black and white. You could kind of mix and match how you wish to. And then the second thing that I do is add them to our team page and welcome them to a family. Welcome them to a team, know that they are a part of something bigger. This is something I don't do until I get the about you email back. I do, again, give them time so I'm not totally flooding them with a million bajillion things all at once. So that's kind of my step 1 is that welcome email, get that back, send the training, and then I'll welcome them to the team. And then after I send them that training email, I have them schedule a one-on-one Getting Started Right call with me within a week. And again, yes, I will hound them, but I cannot force them to schedule that call with me. I'll follow up with them, ask them how things are going, but it is that step 1 to know, schedule a call with me in 7 days because I want to talk to you. I want to follow up with you. So again, it's not a reflection of you. It is not directly your responsibility. You are their mentor, but you are not their employer. Okay. And the 2 last things that I do is send a new coach checklist. And this is something that I just incorporated. One of my challengers actually told me, because I do the same type of Getting Started Right with my challenge groups. She said, the last email of my prep email prep week email was so confusing. Can I suggest to maybe make that in a checklist form? And I said, that's genius. No one's ever said that to me before. Thank you. So it's just a new, coach checklist PDF form as to, send that about you email back, schedule your one-on-one call with me, introduce yourself to our groups, and then, do your Getting Started Right training. So it's basically it's a one-stop shot to look at what do they have to do to make sure that they're on the right track. Because again, it is very overwhelming, right? When we all get started. And one thing with that, a little bonus tip, I have a checklist for me with when I'm enrolling a new customer or a coach, to make sure to send them here and make sure to add them there and send them that email, because I'm scatterbrained and I start one thing and I do another thing before I'm done. And heaven forbid, if I forgot to do something, I would be on my own case. So I work from a checklist with everything that I do. So I also have a checklist. And then the last thing that I already mentioned is sending them that training. So sending them new coach training that you got started with, or, if you want to start incorporating this new coach university, if you started it, whatever type of new coach training that you want to incorporate, just be sure to try to be as consistent as possible. Changing things all the time is not only confusing to your team, but it's very confusing to yourself too. I feel like I'm very guilty of that also. So if I have a system, I try to keep that system for as long as possible, as long as it's working. Obviously, if it's not working or there's tweaks in the way, obviously you do things like that. So that's basically, getting started right. Those are the 4 things that I do. Send that email, and then kind of a side note to that is add them to our team page, schedule that getting started right call after I send them the training, send them that coach checklist, and then just continually follow up with them as we go along. And obviously our team page is very, very interactive. So it's not like they are ever, left in the dark. I feel like our team bond is so strong to let them know that our page is a family, right? We are a team. We're a very strong team. So don't ever feel, that you can't reach out to that page or anything like that. So basically letting them know, I'm an open book. Our team page is an open book. Please, if someone has a question, probably, or if you have that question, probably someone else has that question. So post things in our team page, and basically always having an open door. So do you guys have any questions? Oh, there's lots of notes.
Thanks, Jenna.
Yeah.
I want to go back to what Jerry said. I totally agree that we should get Success Club for annual access for Beachbody On Demand.
Yeah. Yes.
I will say this, expect exciting things in the new year. I can't say, and I don't know all of the details, but there's some good things coming. And don't forget too, like coaches who have been around for a year, we will start to get the renewal of the annual all access that came out last January. So that's something to look forward to. And I know 2018 will be a better income year for that, just for renewals and everything, and new people. So, yup. Oh, one thing that I want to say that we can definitely jump off. Jenna and I were talking. I know she has shared with kind of her challenge group, Fit Club. What do you call it, Jenna?
Fit Tribe.
Fit Tribe. That we have a calendar set kind of laid out for December and part of January as far as what we're planning on doing for challenge groups and all that. And we're going to share that this week so you guys can see. Jenna and I are planning on doing everything together just to keep it super streamlined. We're also going to come out with a team calendar just outlining sneak peeks and anything that you guys need to be aware of. We really want to get a system down. And I apologize to coaches from both of our teams because I know there's been a lot of transition lately. I know for my team personally, with just losing one of our top leaders and, absorbing her team. And I know I had a different person that I worked with a year ago that's now gone. And so we're trying to get back to that system and monthly routine and all that. So thank you for bearing with us and your patience. And I know things will be awesome come January. So
I'm excited. I talk to Jameson all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're just little masterminds all the time.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Oh, and don't forget, 8 a.m. if you can make it Central Time is our power hour starting. Well, it started today, but tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, kudos to Jennifer. Whoop, whoop. She was on this morning.
I'll be there tomorrow morning.
It's on my Zoom link, so double check the post on our team page.
Perfect.
That's
all right, guys. Thanks for jumping on. Have an awesome week. Let us know if you need anything.
See ya. Cool beans. Do you just want to hop back on, Cassie, quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions? Oh, she left. Okay.